Hello everyone, welcome back to Museum Madness. In the last episode, we went through the Revolutionary War exhibit, and in this episode, we're going to be going on to Ellis Island, our next historical exhibit. We have quite a lot of these, so... Also, this is probably the best music track in the game. Just saying. So, this takes some place between 1870 and 1916. Basically, the idea is to give us some concept of how hard it was for immigrants to get to America. Let's talk to Mick before we do anything else. So yeah, it's a dock in Europe where immigrants left for America. And then we had to go through a series of tests once we arrive. Basically, there's no problem with this exhibit, at least visibly. What we have to do is we have to function through it the way that we're meant to. And this snappily dressed fellow happens to have a spare ticket for us. You can see he even has a monocle just to let us know how snappily he's dressed. And he has a ticket that he's willing to sell for us, but we don't have any cash aside from $1. I'm not sure how much he's going to want that. Gonna ask around on the dock. Everyone else is also going to America, but they either are trying to sell us stuff or complaining about the fact that they don't have enough money to buy tickets. So what do? We whip out what little money we have and give it to the man. Hopefully this is going to be enough. But unfortunately, it's not. So we're going to have to give him more. Rather than just give him money, we're just going to have to start bartering with him. He's not a very good barterer, though. He gives and he takes and takes and takes and never actually gives anything back. So we basically have to give him every item in our inventory, aside from our save disk, before he'll let us give him the ticket. This is basically just to show that immigrants who did go to America had pretty much nothing except for the clothes on their backs, and the people who gave them the tickets didn't help much. Now, you could say the same thing about immigrants to America today, but most of them aren't coming from Europe. Just saying. So now that we've given him all the stuff, we just managed to get a ticket. Oh yes, there it is. Now what do we do now that we have a ticket? Which boat do we board? They all look pretty much alike, but the one that's different is bound for America. Well, they're all different, so I don't know exactly what you're going to do. The odd boats, that doesn't help much. What does that mean? Well, look at them. Each one has a different number of windows, each one has a different way to board, each one has different flags. This is the one you want to board. Yes, we're sure. I don't know exactly what makes that so much different from any of the others, but that's the way it works. We can try going up to the upper deck, but we're told to go down to steerage. All passengers must be in the compartment, all steerage passengers anyway, by 8 bells. Basically, that means we have a couple of minutes to be able to navigate a small maze to get down to steerage. What does that mean? That means that we have, well, it's going to be a lot of confusing passages and there's no real way to figure out what goes where without using trial and error because there's no map. And unlike the basement of the museum maze that we had to go through before, there's no doors, there aren't many doors or rooms that are very distinct from any other place. Basically, as long as you keep seeing the Lady Liberty posters, you're going approximately the right way. But the problem is that those Lady Liberty posters are also very easily throw you off because the way out looks very much like a poster. So, you see that directly ahead? Looks like a poster, doesn't it? It's not. I'm gonna keep wandering around down here for a little while, and yeah. That's a watertight door, so there's nothing there. We can keep going up and down ladders, and none of them make much of a difference. There's Lady Liberty poster again. We can go upstairs, but that's where we went before, so I'm not sure where I'm going at this point. We can try going back this way, but it's where we were before. We can go up those stairs, but there's nothing up there. That's the way we need to go, but I don't see any reason to go there yet. And this man teleports in just to let us know that we're up to 4 bells, so we gotta get a move on. Let's go back upstairs and see what's going on up here on the deck. We could try going out the other way, but let's go investigate this. Oh, that's the upper deck. Well, let's try. Oh, there's a Lady Liberty poster again. Same one as the one in the basement. That's in the lower deck. That's really weird. Oh, there's nothing there but a watertight door. Let's go back up. Back up and let's go to the left again. Why not? Oh, there's the outer deck again. Let's go out and take a look. Ooh, seagulls. Wonder what's in here. Let's go investigate. Oh, there's the ladder that leads us down to below decks. Let's go ahead and check this out. Oh, nothing here. So let's go to the left. Dead end. Well, how about the right? Oh, there's another ladder leading up, but I don't know if we've been up there before. Let's check this out. Oh, nothing but a wall. Let's turn around. Oh, that's the way we need to go. I don't know why we go there. Let's go ahead and go up now. Oh, another man teleporting in. Move starboard and go below decks. Well, screw that. There's another watertight door. Nothing there for us. We're at 6 bells now. Almost to 8 bells. Hi, Lady Liberty. Another dead end. Let's go back up. Anything out here for us to see? No, nothing. Let's go back down. Nothing in our inventory. Anything up here? Nope. Just a dead end. We're at 7 bells now. Let's go this way. Okay, nothing over here. How about we go this way? Alright, let's finally get to where we're supposed to go. All that work just to get to a small sardine can. Yep. Most immigrants didn't get a whole lot of choice about where they managed to board a ship. But we've just managed to reach Ellis Island by the time we managed to reach our compartment. So we can depart over here to the right and move on to the immigration area. You can see there's a whole crowd of people, but since we're a special kid, we can skip the line and go straight to the next test station. Now this throws you a curveball because after doing a maze, all of a sudden you're being asked trivia. Well, trivia or little puzzles. I wouldn't call them logic puzzles because they're really not. They're more like observation puzzles. You know those little books that you get with like brain teasers and things in them? This is sort of the same thing. You have to look and see which of the 3 pictures is different and then let him know A, B, or C. Keep in mind this game was made for kids, so none of them are too terribly difficult, but you do have to kind of pay attention as to which one is which because, you know. Which America is missing Florida? Yep. All you have to do is get 2 out of 3 right and they'll let you advance to the next station. Now, I don't know if these are accurately representative of the sort of tests that immigrants actually did have to go through as they came to America, but if they were, I really don't understand them at all. Seem like very weird things to test immigrants on before they arrive in our country, but whatever. So we're just being asked trivia about the Declaration of Independence and things like that. They're not trick questions. Go with the schoolboy answers. Basically whatever you learned in history in grade school is probably close enough. Yes, Benjamin Franklin was not a president, so that's 2 out of 3. Though by answering those questions correctly, we are more adept at history than about 25% of Americans. So yeah, there's that. Yes, by getting this far, we're a very good candidate for immigration. That's great. So again, we have to answer questions about the Statue of Liberty. This one I get wrong because I get my lefts and rights mixed up when I'm looking at the Statue of Liberty. Because she's holding the torch on the right, but it's in her left hand, or vice versa. I don't remember. But she has 1776 written on her tablet, IIRC. And it all comes down to this last question. So, yes, the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France. So we can move on to the English language tests. This one is probably the trickiest of the three, but even that, it's not really that tricky. It's basically a vocabulary test. If you know the definitions of certain relatively decent words, then you'll be able to pass. So what's a centennial? Well, just do the math in your head. The centennial from 1876 to 1776, so it's a 100-year anniversary. Persecution. Harassment. So yeah, we passed that one and we're here in America. Also, we get all our stuff back because the man was convicted of cheating immigrants, and the captain who kicked us down to the lower decks did give us our stuff back. So yeah, we've got everything. Now we can move on and take a look at the New York skyline. That looks pretty much like modern day. I wonder what year we're actually this supposed to be. I don't know. I don't understand it all. But yeah, that's that for that exhibit. There wasn't really anything wrong there. It was just kind of saying, here, do this for us. Whatever. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. All right, what do we got? Louisiana Purchase. This one is tricky. This one will get you. You have to pay attention, and really, there's no way you're going to get this right the first time without a walkthrough or without paying very, very close attention. So yeah, the purchase of the Louisiana Territory by President Thomas Jefferson. Interesting part of history. Also, the song here is great. So he thinks we're one of his scouts from the Louisiana Territory, Lewis or Clark, I don't know. But yeah, he wants to buy most of the Louisiana Territory, including the city of New Orleans, from Spain. So we're going to make like James Bond and play international intrigue. We have to go figure out what's going on in New Orleans and why our, why his diplomatic entreaty, why President Jefferson's diplomatic entreaties aren't being answered by the Spanish ambassadors. But our first order of business is another puzzle. Yay, puzzles. Puzzles. So yeah, this one is fairly simple. It's just a puzzle of North America, but the pieces aren't exactly in even pieces. So all we have to do is kind of get the pieces that fit together. The colors usually go fairly close together. That's not right. Okay, just go with the border. Line up the oceans. There we are. All right. Move that over here. Again, I apologize for the sprite flickering, but there's nothing I can do. So, move that one here. Got the East Coast all set. Put the Louisiana Territory itself in there. Put in some of the Midwest. Canada. There's Tennessee. Alabama. Put that in there. Texas and Oklahoma. Nevada. That one goes up by Maine. That's more of Canada there. Put in Pennsylvania and Ohio. See what I mean? That these pieces aren't in really good shape. These aren't exactly states. But this will tell you, kind of what the Louisiana Territory actually is. It's not just Louisiana. It's a pretty substantial chunk of the middle part of our country. Right up to the Rocky Mountains. From that, President Jefferson sees fit to reward us with a note letting people know that we are a diplomatic envoy. And charges us going to New Orleans to figure out what the heck is going on down there. That crazy town. So here in New Orleans, just a few quick steps over from the White House apparently, we can talk to a few people. These smart-looking businessmen are New Orleaners. They're planning on sending a petition to the president, and if he doesn't act, they have to take the city. They're going to take the city by force. But since we're working as a presidential ambassador, we can take the petition right to him. We have to prove it, though, by showing them the note that he gave us. Yep, it is indeed. We can... No, we're not going to delay. He's literally just, you know, a few steps over that way. But before we go anywhere, we want to talk to this nice sailor dude. Carry the French ambassador to the local government. But what can we give him to give us some information? Well, $1 probably doesn't have any value to him at this point. We'll have to find something else to barter with later. For now, let's give that petition to the president. Well, we can't really tell you more right now. Let's get some more information from that sea captain. Well, can we trade him? Well, like I said, he's not interested in money. Let's try the pocket knife. Again, most useful item in our inventory. He likes it enough that he's willing to trade for some information, but he's also going to give us our knife back after he's done using it. He'll let us take a page from his ship's log, letting us know that he took the French ambassador to and fro throughout the city. We can give that page to the president, and he's disturbed because Napoleon has swept in underneath him and bought the Louisiana Territory. And if word of that gets out, then the citizens of New Orleans are going to just outright rebel. So we have to avoid that if all possible. We've already finished with the captain. He gave us our... I don't know if he gave us our knife back or not. I don't think he did, but we'll get it back later. Hello, Napoleon. You know, it's a common myth that Napoleon is actually short. The man was he was 5-something. I want to say he was 5'5" or 5'6". So he wasn't short. He was pretty much average height. He was either... Yeah, he was 5'6", somewhere in there. So the idea of him being short actually comes from the British because they didn't like him much and they kind of caricatured him as being this short man with a really nasty temper, which is the only surviving portrayal of him outside of, you know, movies. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, we have to reassemble the map that we just did in the president's room, only this time with Louisiana Territory marked out in white, which basically means that Napoleon has got his own designs for it. I think it's pretty much the same map. It seems like the same map. Yeah, it's the same map. It's just some of the one big piece of Louisiana Territory is a different color. That's just lazy right there. That's not even good. That's not even good puzzle making. That's just bad. That's just padding your game out right there, game designers. Come on, man. All right, just one more piece, and boom. So, the middle of Louisiana now belongs to France. So, now that we have that evidence, we can take that and deliver it to the president. Undeniable proof that Louisiana Territory has indeed been bought by France. So what's your next move, Mr. Jefferson? We have to try to buy the city and as much of the territory as possible before they rebel. And even though the president doesn't necessarily have that power, we're just going to go ahead and ask the Congress to forgive us later. Jefferson was a forgiveness, not permission person, at least when it came to the presidency. So we can go ahead and take this note to a person who's only just now deciding to show himself, even though... You're going to give us a knife back? No, I guess not. These fellas don't have anything to say. We have a note to Mr. Livingston. Mr. Livingston is the presidential ambassador to France And it was he who did the deal with Napoleon, who does the deals with Napoleon. It looks like they're in the middle of a meeting. Let's go ahead and talk to Mr. Livingston. Hello, sir. Robert Livingston. Yes, the president sent us to help, and he gave us this note to give to you. So for $22.5 million, we can buy the entirety of Louisiana territory. But this is where the game tries to trip you up. How much was it for? $22.5 million? No, that's too much. So we lower the price to $15 million. And after making a Price is Right reference, we say that that's the correct offer. If you say yes to the first offer, Livingston will protest and you'll have to start the entire exhibit over again. That should do it for this set of exhibits. We'll be moving on to the next set. Away from our history and back into, well, not quite history, but biology. Dinosaurs. See you guys all next time.